PJ, good morning. I'm gonna make you this long overdue video on how to make a coffee with an Aeropress, the Phil recipe. And it's called a recipe even though it's the same ingredients every time. Okay, so first of all you start with this guy inverted. So if this is the top and this is the bottom traditionally with the filter, you set it up so it's upside down. You kind of just fit that in there. It's usually pretty snug, maybe an inch from the very bottom. So you start with that. Ground my beans on an espresso grind, not like the most fine, but pretty fine. So I got my grounds in there. I'm gonna boil my water, and yeah, in the meantime, while we watch water boil, literally, I've got this is my milk, so I got this thing over here. This is gonna froth it. You just fill the bottom up with milk, just like so, and set it on there and wait. Maybe I can do some post-editing and remove some of this. It might not be the worst idea in the world. But anyway, we got boiling water. So the next step is, so I do 3 shots, to which I do 2/3 boiling water. And I'll show you how I add that, because it's not just like dump water, squish. It's a little more refined than that. Alright, let's call this water boiling, because it pretty much is. So we go 2/3 cup in there. I'm going to put this off to the side so it's not in the way. Alright, so now what I do is I add about half of the 2/3 cup as gently as I can, letting it sort of bubble up from below. I'll give it a little swirl. I take the paddle, which you're probably like, why is there this paddle? Why does that matter? And I stir that up. So again, I've only put about half of the 2/3 cup in there so far. Half of 2/3, of course, also being called 1/3. That's math. So then I take and add the rest of the water and clean off the paddle to get all the grounds. And then I put the pre-wetted filter and cap on there, just like so. So it's upside down, it's not leaking, nothing's happening, it's very stable. And then I invert it back onto the cup, so now it's inverted twice, which means it's right side up. In the meantime, I can click on change power sources and click on the milk. You can see over here with this left hand, I'm just pressing steadily. You don't even really need to use 2 hands. I let it sort of happen over maybe 45 seconds, probably not a full minute. And the real key here, PJ, is the bitter coffee is the stuff that you press through at the very end. And so what you want to do is you want to stop basically right when you hear like the hissing sound, because that means you press through like the first bit of water. Alright, here's my head up in the frame. You can also feel it. It's when it gets kind of like the back pressure releases, and for me that was right then. So I stop. See that I don't press that all the way to the bottom. That's daylight right there. Alright.
Hi PJ!
Yeah, cameo by Danielle. So now I've got this hyper concentrated 2/3 cup. If you fancy it, you can add another 2/3 cup of boiling water, or you can just have it as 3 straight shots. I like this, and then I like to add the frothed milk, which is about to finish here. Thanks for your patience through this 5-minute video. Actually, I think this method's really good, so as painful as this video will probably be to watch, you should definitely give this recipe a try. Alright, the milk is almost done. Goodness, this is very long. Alright, beep beep. So now, I don't know how they do it like pros at the coffee shop, but basically, whoops, there's my hand. Basically, yeah, you just pour it in. I can't make fancy heart shapes or wiener dogs or, you know, I don't know, other heart-shaped items. So there you go, beautiful cup of coffee. And that's it. Hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.